everybody, welcome to Real Life Sci-Fi with Wade and Willie. I'm Wade.
I'm Willie.
This is a podcast about the paranormal and contemporary mythology. Join us on patreon.com/Real Life Sci-Fi for access to 2 bonus episodes a week, video feeds, and more. And visit reallifesci-fi.show for a bunch of our links. Let's welcome aboard the SSRLSF, our good friend. I think my favorite guest. My favorite guest. He's a Grand Canyon guide. It's Krocky Meshkin.
Hey.
What up, dude?
What's up, guys?
Joining us from a 1997 Toyota Camry. Is that what you said?
I'm in a Toyota Camry, 97 Toyota Camry in the middle of the Sonoran Desert, and it's 110 degrees.
My God, do you need to turn it on, or you got the AC on?
I don't want to destroy the environment. I would have such a big impact, if I were to do that right now. And
you would kill all of the cacti around you.
I just switched my AC in my room to one of these battery powered things. I get 1 hour on it, and then we'll see how hot it gets.
Yeah.
Well,
you got a solar panel?
The bedroom and the playroom can't have the AC on at the same time, so it'll kill the.
It takes a lot of juice, to do that.
The circuit?
Yeah, it'll break. It'll kill us. It'll kill the breaker.
Yeah.
All right, Krocky. So, so you're in the desert. There's a planetarium right next to you. It's a private planetarium. What movie are you guys gonna watch tonight?
It sounds like they're watching some real cult movies. The guy
Private Collection.
Tim Curry.
Yeah, you're not gonna guess.
Curry.
We're talking deep cult movies. You're not gonna guess the name. Maybe Tim Curry's in it. Maybe. Probably.
What's the singing one? The Tim Curry one.
Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, that's what you guys are going to watch, right?
That's like the most... That movie became so famous. I don't know if you can call it a cult anymore because it's got a big following.
Oh, so you mean like Dazed and Confused cult movie? Yeah.
Or do you mean like drinking the Kool-Aid videos?
Yeah, do you mean like, are they going to try and do something to you?
Look, there's a reason I stepped outside to talk to you guys. I need somebody to know my location and that I'm alive.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. What's going on? So, I want to talk. You're telling us you've got this private tour company, and like I think like you should probably promote it because we have listeners and they're into this stuff. And if you want like a good guided tour of the Grand Canyon, I can't think of a better guide than Krocky
Yeah, totally.
Meshkin.
My experience is I've just gone to the Hoover Dam and that's it. I haven't been anywhere else. What do you got?
The company's called Clothing of the Gods. Clothingofthegods.com. You can call me at 928-707-3375. Operators are standing by. People call me to help plan their trips out here in Arizona. And it's become a great gig for me to really talk with people and create a custom experience that's going to be outside of the normal show up to Grand Canyon and like hop on some Jeep and then you're hearing the guide, give jokes for a couple hours. This is like, I'll plan with people on the phone and see what they want to do, what kind of hikes, what they want to see. And
yeah. It's like a custom, like you can get as crazy as they want, right? If they're really into like fucking aliens or something, you probably got something for that.
Yeah.
Do you have people telling you, "Oh, we're going to do shrooms the whole time"? Is that cool?
People get crazy.
Not honest?
People get crazy, but I kind of vet. I got to vet everybody. I got to make sure they're not going to, get into trouble on these trails because
or they could kill you, right? They could just hire you and then kill you.
Well, I was thinking more so like they die of heat or something like that. I didn't actually consider they might try to kill me.
Well, don't think about it. It's not going to do you any good. I mean, if someone's going to kill you, they're going to kill you, right?
I'm worth more alive. Okay, listeners, I'm worth more alive. Come at me. I got secrets.
I think it would be cool to be killed. I don't mean like I want to be killed. I'm just saying like what's the percentage of all of the humans in 2026 that get killed? So you would be
Wade, you would be a legend to all of your family. Like they would talk about like Uncle Wade who got killed. He didn't die.
Although
he got killed.
Well, We don't talk about my cousin Jimmy who got killed by the cops. Maybe we should. But no, I think it would be cool to know that you got killed.
Florida.
Like, that's a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida. Anyway, don't worry about getting killed.
Do you
I'm
have?
not. I'm not worried.
You got what do you
I
have?
mean, it's over. When it happens, it's over.
Animal repellent wise, do you have a laser pointer? Do you have a shocker? What do you have?
Yep. I got lasers.
Do you have bear spray?
No, I don't mess with the bear spray because you could kill yourself with bear spray. You know,
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
it comes
You
out
can
so
kill
fast.
yourself with too much sugar.
It's true. I do carry sugar
For the
straight on my
bears.
hip.
They don't attack you when you throw sugar on the ground.
That's genius. Did anyone
you
ever think
see-
of that with a grizzly? Like, just give it some sugar.
Just dust
Oh,
him, man.
Do you see low flying military planes out there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we get a
totally,
lot of
right?
that. We get a lot of that, and I love those apps. I have that like flight radar app. I'll see weird planes for sure, and then I'll like run to grab my app, grab the phone, and I'll be like, "What is that plane?" Sometimes they're unlisted.
You ever seen a weird one? Like one that doesn't look like a UFO, basically?
I've seen things flying at night. You know, you just see the lights, don't really see the outline of it, but doing weird patterns. And then, yeah, we've had those. There's those drone military planes. They're drones, like the blades, you know, can switch from helicopter style to or drone style to like forward. I've had those things like touch down. What was that? 2 years ago, I was working at this glamping resort. They touched down like probably like 2 football fields away from me, kicked up all the dust.
I don't like that. I would mess with them.
These are like $30 million drones.
Yeah, plus they're 2 football fields away. I mean, how fast can you run, Willie? Like, you think you could get to them and mess with them? Oh, you're throwing grenades. Okay.
I'm throwing
Well, that
rocks.
changes everything. Oh, rocks. You can't throw a rock 100 yards.
No, I'll run 100 and then throw it.
You guys ever think about, you're golfers, right? We're all golfers here. You guys ever think about how a pitching wedge can hit it from one end zone to the other end zone? Or are golf yards different than football yards? Think
No,
about
they're
it.
the same. Yeah, 100 yards is a pitching wedge. 90, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're bad at golf.
Uh-oh.
What?
Frozen?
Oh no, he's gone. Let's get into the wow scale. Wow scale. The wow scale stands for Wait or Willie. It's a 5-question quiz. At the end of the quiz, I'll give you a score anywhere between 0 and 5. If you're more of a 0, you're more of a Wade. If you're more of a 5, you're more of a Willie. Are you ready to be Wade on the wow scale?
Yeah.
Okay, first question, 3-parter. Do you believe in aliens? If so, have they visited Earth? If so, have they visited Earth in the last 300 years?
Yes. Aliens have been here. They're looking over us. They're amongst us.
Do you think they're cool or you think they're malevolent?
I mean, we would all be gone if they weren't cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
I think they're
they'd
amongst us
rather-
too.
Like they'd rather, you know, toy with us than to just get rid of us.
Okay. Well, that makes me hate them. Question number 2. Will disclosure happen in your lifetime?
I don't think it can ever happen. It can never be fully disclosed.
Because you can never trust it, right? I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like how, even if it's true, it won't be true, you know?
Yeah, the powers that be, they have to have a leg up on the general population. They always do.
Question number 3. Ghosts.
Yes. Absolutely believe that our spirits live on after we're gone. Energy hangs around. Your body dies, but that energy stays around.
Yeah, that's why it's cool to get murdered. Question number 4. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, or as we call the Mogollon Monster in Arizona.
Never heard of
Mogollon
that.
Monster.
Is he a
Mogollon
different
Monster.
guy? Is it a different name for the same guy or is it a different guy?
It might be a different family of Bigfoots.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a whole legend of there's a basically like Arizona is like desert in the south, and then it's high plateau in the north, and where that transitions, it's called the Mogollon Rim, where that plateau rises up over like 6,000, 7,000 feet.
Wow.
But that's where you get pine forest, and then legends of the Mogollon monsters is like the Bigfoot.
Oh, so
out
he's
here.
up in the forest.
Yeah.
He's not like a desert Sasquatch.
No.
That would be cool though, like a cactus covered Sasquatch, like he's got gills and shit. Yeah.
He's green.
Yeah, he's a green one.
It could just it long arms like a saguaro cactus that it can just blend in with the saguaro.
Yeah,
That would be creepy.
Cactus start
Because
walking. Whoa!
if
Willie.
if that thing came at you, like that thing wouldn't even have to attack you if it just touched you.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's the scariest one for sure. You didn't say if you believed, though. Do you believe in the Mogollon monster?
I haven't had a sighting. I'll
All
believe it
right.
when I see it.
Yeah, cool. You need to get like a larger ear pod.
Okay, I got a confession to make that
I got
somebody
another confession to make. These are not your ear pods.
These are not my AirPods. It was a client of mine. Left them in the car from another country. I tried contacting them and just never made contact. And so now they're mine. But that person is able to track
Yeah,
every move I make
I
through the
know.
AirPods.
I know. And what do you think about that? Do you think about it often?
Yeah, I do. Because it
Yeah.
makes a noise. I have an alert on my phone every single day that says, "Hey, you are with Euban's AirPods."
That's
Oh, I didn't know
hilarious.
they did that. So if you get too far away from your AirPods, they start making a noise, like an
No,
annoying
no, no.
fucking.
When the phone is close to him, so I'll keep him in the car, right? So when I get back in the car, the alert comes up and says, "Just so you know, you know, you've been
Oh,
traveling
they're
with Euban's
nearby.
AirPods,
Oh,
and he can track you."
that's really funny.
And I mean, Euban should have figured it out by now because if he can see where they're at, I think he would connect the dots and be like, "Oh, that guy who drove me at Grand Canyon has the AirPods. I should call
Yeah,
him
right.
and give him my address." But he has not done it in about 6 months.
Because he
And
just bought because it's easier to buy a new pair than to like write to you, make you go to the fucking post office or whatever, right? He's just going like, fuck it.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah, exactly. And
You you've been had.
I had to wipe all the earwax off of these things. Like I had the one who had to do the work.
did they really have earwax on them?
Yes.
Ah, gross.
You've
Gross.
Yeah,
been
but
having a good time.
you said it in some
Oh, you're doing Euban jokes.
you've you've been tracking me. You just no,
um,
you put these things in some rubbing alcohol or whatever
sure.
overnight,
No,
and then all
no,
the
it's
all the
just
earwax is disinfected, and
I'm not
there's
saying it's
nothing.
gross that you're wearing them. I hate when I take out my earbud and my own wax is on them. It makes me feel like a bad human.
Okay,
That's
you
not
guys.
supposed to happen.
Hey, you guys are in the film industry. Here's a joke for the next time they make one of these Naked Gun movies. You know the scene where it's always like a guy is like hitting on a girl and he sits next to her and then he grabs the one AirPod and he puts it in. They're sharing a song and it's a cute
Yeah.
moment.
Hmm.
Do that, but then he pulls it out of the girl's ear and it's got all this earwax on
Yes. I like it.
Ah,
Yeah, we'll be spoofing what's the Zach Braff Garden State.
Yeah.
This
Garden
song will
State move.
change your
Yeah.
life. And then
He vomits.
this is great. We got to just keep writing this. um,
Look, I didn't
question
even
number.
know about
Oh,
the
what?
the earwax thing until I got these. All right, moving on. Moving on.
Wait, you
Enough
didn't know
earwax.
about the earwax thing?
I didn't, this is my first pair of AirPods. I've always done the old school headphones.
Well,
I
I'm
didn't know there
pretty
was a
sure it's
whole.
not supposed to happen.
But you said it happens to you.
I know, and it makes me feel like a disgusting human being. Like
I think
I,
people just don't talk about it.
yeah.
I think. Well, yeah, and there's different types of wax, but
What?
there's two different types of earwax basically.
Yeah, there's sexy wax or sex wax. That stuff.
There's
they use
Mr.
for the
Mr.
surfboards.
Zog's wax,
Yeah, you
and
put it on your
there's
surfboard.
cheap knockoff crayons.
Question number
You can ma-
4 was 9/11 an inside job?
Oh my God, yeah. What do you think? These buildings a block away are just falling over? Like, oops, building just fell over. Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies to
What?
people, the people involved.
Oh, the dead people? It's been 20 years.
Okay. But
And
yeah,
there weren't
laugh
that
about
there
it.
weren't that
We
many.
can laugh about it now. Time plus
Yeah.
tragedy equals comedy. It's hilarious.
It's true. Hindenburg, what a riot.
Morons. Let's get in a big balloon filled with gas.
Yeah.
Shits.
Nobody does that
Hey,
anymore.
hey, let's get in a really tall building that someone could fly a plane into. Fucking morons.
Yes, I do HR on the 2000th floor.
Oh, I said question 4,
Totally.
but we're done. That's the last question.
All right, cut
One,
it.
two,
Cut it.
three.
Enough questions,
1, 2,
guys.
3. Oh, you've been upgraded to like a 4.5.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're getting crazier. Or is the world just meeting you?
Yes. Well, they turned off that CERN, so the timeline's all changing.
Different
Now-
timeline. We live in a different timeline now, but I hear it's correcting itself. It's getting better now that they've turned it off.
Yeah.
So that's
can-
good. Optimists unite.
Control.
Alt
What's that?
Z.
Control.
Delete.
Had to undo those 15 years of the CERN.
Oh my God. Well, it's not working fast enough. The reflecting pool, I can't believe a vandal cut that thing open. Who, why, who, what,
Yeah.
who, why?
They
Willie,
did.
hit us with the topic.
Tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi, ancient structures hidden in the Grand Canyon. We're venturing into one of the most mysterious places in America, the off-limits region of the Grand Canyon, where legends, old newspaper reports, and unexplained claims have fueled speculation about hidden ancient structures for more than a century. Now we've got someone on YouTube that's jumping into these areas illegally and videotaping these structures. Grab a drink and join us as we separate documented facts from fascinating theories, exploring what might still be waiting beyond the areas the public is allowed to see tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi.
Is he skydiving in? You said jumping.
He just hiked in and he's videotaping all this stuff. There's this dude, Mr. Mountainbeast. He's got a YouTube. He goes all over the world. But he's been to the Grand Canyon a couple times and recorded all these structures, which I think should be rewriting history, but the area's off limits. I sent these videos to Krocky. What's your take on this? You've heard of? Oh yeah.
I have a logistics question.
Mhm.
You're a Grand Canyon guy. These areas, I didn't know there's areas in the Grand Canyon you're not allowed to go in. So 1, is that true? 2, are these areas like hard to get in, or like what kind of security are we talking about?
Yeah, I think you have Grand Canyon National Park. You also have tribal lands. And that's where it gets tricky. A lot of the interesting stuff they talk about would be, I think, surrounding there's salt mines in the Grand Canyon that are ancient salt mines, from tribes using these for thousands of years. And that stuff, I've heard all kinds of stories about that. But that's a place that you should not go.
What do you mean
there's a
should
lot
not?
of there's a lot
dangerous?
of posted trespassing government property lines and tribal lines, right? You see all those?
All the caves are off limits. It used to be there was one cave you're allowed to enter called Cave of the Domes. And I've been in there numerous times. But ever since 2020, the Park Service decided to make it illegal to enter any cave in Grand Canyon.
Did you ever take a beer in there and go straight to the dome and then chug it?
Of course.
Yeah, cool. I thought you did. So
There's also
why,
Bob Marley's signatures in Cave of the Domes. I can't verify it, but there are all these weird signatures on one of the roof is like all these domes. There's all these weird signatures. One of them was Bob Marley.
Okay, that's cool. I don't care about Bob Marley. I think it's hilarious that he died.
Okay.
I'm just joking. He died normally, right? Of like old age. He didn't get killed or anything, did
No woman, don't cry.
he?
No, no, no woman,
I
don't cry.
thought he,
Um,
I thought
I
he got
do love
killed.
that song, but I don't care about I Shot the Sheriff or whatever. I think that's a dumb song. I guess I don't like reggae. You guys cool with reggae? Where you at?
Oh, I love
I
it.
love reggae.
You love it. You both love it?
I went to
And you're
I went to
both
two
avid
reggae shows.
golfers?
Two reggae shows in the past 2 months.
And who was there? Ziggy Marley?
He actually came to Flagstaff. Yeah, he was in Flagstaff last summer.
I've been to
Biggie.
Reggae on the Rocks, Red Rocks.
Who's there? Is it just
Hell
like
yeah.
locals going like
We're gonna take you,
we
Wade. We'll
gotta
take you.
go. We gotta go to Grand
There's a
Canyon.
there's a big dude from San Diego, Ika Mouse. There's a Ziggy
Okay.
Marley.
All right. You're
Oh, yeah.
legit. I was trying
Okay,
to make you a
Mr.
poser, but
Mountainbeast. Mr. Mountainbeast.
oh right. Mr. Mountain
Not
Beast.
to be confused
is
with
he
Mr.
biting?
Beast.
Yeah, is he biting? I feel like he's biting a little bit.
I think he probably had his name before he knew what Mr. Beast was, is my guess. I can't remember his name, and I keep looking at Mr. Beast, and these Mr. Beast keeps coming up, and I'm like, what the fuck is his
Sure.
name?
Yeah.
His videos, he never says where he's at. He has, at least in the videos I've watched, like he'll never
Yeah.
say where he's at. He's just walking around, and it's all these bizarre, like ancient entrance ways, like carved into rock, going back into caves and tunnels.
Do you buy it? Do you think it's actually the Grand Canyon?
I'm a bit skeptical of it being Grand Canyon because I can really look at the rock layers. I know the rock
Okay.
layers.
Let me pull some up because a couple of them he's definitely in Petra, and then a couple of them they're saying he's in the Grand Canyon. I'm going like, I don't know if this is the right kind of rock because
Yeah.
Grand Canyon has red rock.
It's called the Supai. Layer would be the Hermit Shale. So it's a swampy time that has lots of iron in it, gives it that red color. The first time I started seeing these, I started to think this could be north of Grand Canyon. So if you were to
There's
keep
some in Utah too. He's everywhere.
yeah,
Go on.
yeah, exactly. If you kept following the Colorado River up, and if we're talking like pre-dams, before there's Hoover Dam and Lake Mead and Lake Powell,
Grand
imagine
Canyon, yeah.
imagine cultures would follow a river to the ocean, and you just follow that river up and downstream. It gets more remote. Like Grand Canyon is quite remote, but there's people that raft Grand Canyon all the time. They're always doing river trips, right? So that's one way to get into some of these like side canyons and stuff is on a river trip. But if you start going north of Lake Powell into Canyonlands, there's the whole Maze District in Canyonlands. This is where Aaron Ralston got his arm stuck, pinned in the rock, that movie 127 Hours. Like there's very remote places in Canyonlands that
I mean, I understand the reason why some of these places are off limits because no one can save you. I get that, like it's for your safety. But I do also think that there's like, I mean, here, I'm going to tell you my take real quick. I think that there are a lot of ancient structures. Let's say they found them and they're just like, okay, we don't need people figuring this out. Let's just, I feel like a lot of it was like closed off from the public because of the control of information of just learning about these ancient societies.
Well, sure. Of course you would, right? I'm not trying to be mean, but like,
yeah. No, And so what evidence?
Well, I just wanted you to describe. I haven't seen these. Like, what do they look like? Like, what's the structure? So it's in a cave, and it's also a structure.
Let me just share. I'll just share my screen real quick, and we'll just watch a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to push you. I didn't know we were watching stuff.
Oh no. So this looks like this could be Petra, but supposedly, and I didn't share sound because we don't need it.
And when you say Petra, you're talking about the
Jordan.
That's not in America, right?
No.
Jordan.
So what do you think of this area? Do you think this looks like Petra, right? Could this be America? Could this be the Grand Canyon?
It looks like sandstone.
So in here, and like there are angular rooms cut into the rock cliffside. Sure, we've got, we do have the I can't think of the name. What's the big national park where the cliff dwellings?
Oh, like Chaco or Chaco Canyon, and then
I can't think of it. I've been there, but a lot of those were built
Mesa
using
Verde.
Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde's they used mortar and clay and like built those into the cliffside. These ones are carved into the cliffside, and like he's finding some old pottery here. But
Hmm.
so I'm sorry, I want to get ads while I flip through these, but let's see, 10
Well,
minutes.
that's
I want to
okay.
go to
Let me just explain to the listeners. So yeah, it's like, I mean, it looks like stuff I've seen before, like holes in a cave, and then it's like a room. Now he's on stairs.
stairs carved into the bedrock, I wanted to get to this thing right here because in this area, and I don't know where this one is. I think that this video people are claiming is the Grand Canyon. You got steps in the side, and then there's this bridge structure up
Oh,
top.
dude. Like a
And
arch, yeah.
this is amazing because I've never seen ancient stone bridges over a big gap like this.
Well,
That's bizarre. Like to fully describe that, it's like blocks. It's like they carved blocks of stone, laid them out in an arch. They're supporting themselves because of the nature of an arch, but it's
like
falling
a
apart.
Survivor puzzle. If you watch Survivor, sometimes you got to make a a a word in an arch, and that's exactly what it looks like.
But does this look like Grand Canyon to you? This feels
Eh,
like Indiana Jones 4, which is the Petra area.
yeah. That's what I find interesting. All the videos I watched of this Mr. Mountainbeast is he's very like I can tell he's just rounding up a following because he won't say where he is. So he has this incredible footage, and I think what he always says too, he's like, "This is never before seen on National Geographic or Discovery. The footage you're about to see." But he'll never say exactly. He's like, "I hiked into a secret canyon off limits."
Yeah, what was the title of this one? It was I went into a big canyon. I snuck into a big forbidden
Uh,
canyon. What I found
snuck into
changed
a for
everything.
yeah.
So he's designing this in a psychological way to pull in an audience. And
Right.
but he's not wrong. I think for the most part, this is all footage people have not seen before. And so is he not saying where he's at for his own safety of like not getting in trouble, or is he doing that to draw in an audience and
Right.
create mystery?
I just feel like, okay, so now he's looking at like there was like a windowsill, but it was just rock. Why
So
would you
some of
make
these
a
are weird
windowsill?
because they have you could tell that there's different civilizations that inhabited these, I would say, because there was like newer style building on older style building, kind of like how you see the on the Sphinx, you'll see the nice curved stone where the tail is, and then you see this old weathered shit. You'll see up
Yeah.
here that like there's like, look at how neat these rocks are. This is pretty modern, this stuff on the left.
Yeah, it's just laid out like modern masonry.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
now
no,
we're just
I
looking at a wall
so I think that evokes this idea of
with a lot of
yeah,
bricks in it.
just civilizations going back far. And then the question becomes, people building on top of the ruins of other civilizations that died out. Like that's a theory. I don't know if you guys ever saw those theories with like Washington D.C. I've
Yeah.
heard people say all the columns and all the stuff in Washington D.C. is like Roman style. And there's theories that like were the Romans coming over and starting to build that stuff thousands of years ago.
Well, so I'm glad you brought that up because it's easy to just bring these things up. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? But then when you look at stuff like this, it's like, well, no one's showing me this stuff. And so, like, one idea that's out there, and I'm going to stop the share for a little bit. We'll get back into it. But one idea that's out there is that, like, okay, sure, we're not going to get into Tartaria, but that there were other civilizations that built stuff here before. So, a theory that's out there is that
Let's
the
start a
areas
rock band called Tartaria.
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 Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so when it comes to these areas that were dammed, sure, it's easy to say, it's easy to see the corruption where they were like, okay, we flooded these areas out. We're trying to control the floodwaters. So we built these dams to help the flooding, but it was really to take control of the water so that they could sell it. But the areas that they dammed off, supposedly there were maybe some ancient structures under there too, under Lake Mead and
Like Powell.
and
Yeah.
and Lake Powell, where they now that it's been so dry, they're finding these old structures, going like, when were these built? This wasn't just like some Western town church. This is big structures under here.
Do you
And
think it's
so,
like they don't want to bum people out about the natives? Like we took everything from them and here's more. I'm not saying that it was the natives who did this. Like the what do you call them? Indigenous? What I want to say
yeah,
Indians, but that's who I'm talking about, right?
yeah. I
But
mean,
these would predate that, right? But these are all
yeah,
but like when it comes to like everything you guys are saying, it's like, oh yeah, no, um um humanity or my words are
civilization
failing me.
resets, flood
Civilization just
resets.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
Mm.
would just be following the same. They would be building on top of stuff, and like maybe the natives like thought that these were special or whatever, and
Well, I mean, so here, my quick answer is sure, the climates allow people to just stay in a certain area, but one idea is that, and we don't need to get into ley lines, but like when you look at ancient structures, a lot of these places have got these underground well systems where the nutrients and the minerals you get from the water is one idea that I'm into, is that water holds memory, and that these ancient places where they're getting water that has all the minerals and gold in it still, we're made out of water. When you drink that water, the memories come back in you. And so maybe this lost technology, these lost ideas can still come alive in you. And that maybe that
Ooh.
is what's being taken from us when they make it city water, because they strip
Ooh.
it of the memory of the ancients, and they just give you this shapeless water with
Okay,
no real nutrients.
this is a really good direction to go in because tonight is the new moon in Cancer, right? And Cancer is like this sign of the emotions, the crab with the hard shell on the outside, but the soft inside. Yeah.
go on.
A water creature. Water evokes the subconscious. I've been doing a lot of swimming lately, and that's something about water. I don't know if you guys are big swimmers, but like when you go swimming, you'll have the weirdest dreams.
You know how shower thoughts is a big deal now, like, or it was
Yes.
like 5 years ago. But do you think
Yes.
that's more about? Do you think that has anything to do with the water, or it's more about just like, oh, this is like the only time in my day where I'm not getting like inundated by outside fucking thoughts, and I
No,
can finally think to myself.
it's got to be part of the water because you're in water. I mean, usually people are taking a hot shower too, so it kind of brings you back to like think of when you're in the womb. Like that's
Right.
almost what a shower is simulating. It's like hot. You're surrounded in hot, warm water, and so your brain, your way of thinking when you were that young was a lot more intuitive. It was a lot more feeling.
Tell me about these dreams. I'm not a swimmer.
Yeah,
I
what kind of
actually,
water are you swimming in? Are you chlorinated
yeah.
pools? Are you going to the
I
Y,
mean,
or
look
are
at
you
who we're
like in
talking
the
to.
river?
He's not going to the fucking Y. If anything,
I'm
he's
sw-
going to the KOA, man.
I've been going to the not Olympic Training Center, the Olympic side swimming pool. It's an indoor pool at Northern Arizona University.
They
Um,
use salt water.
no, it's chlorine, unfortunately, but I do jump in the Colorado River time to time. And I've also been going in a river called the Paria River, which I love. That one's a trippy river. Paria River has all kinds of pottery shards and all kinds of pictographs all along that river.
What kind of
So
dreams do you have?
look, I can't be that vulnerable on your podcast. Okay,
I
you gotta warm me up to that.
Do they
You won't need it.
enlighten you, or I'm just wondering, is it a third eye kind of awakening?
Yeah. Yeah. Dreams, I mean, dreams could be just a whole topic on their own. Dreams are so
Oh
crazy.
my God, we've
Like
never talked about dreams. I
we
think
get
they're
these
nonsense.
stories. We get these stories. You think they're nonsense?
Yeah.
You think 8 hours of your well, however long you're in REM sleep, I guess.
Oh, according to my
Um,
watch, like 45 minutes. I don't get good sleep.
I don't either.
how do is
I
anyone
slept
talking
from
about?
9 to 2 last night. I got up at 2.
I think it's summertime. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I sleep a lot less in the summer. The winter, I can like hibernate.
But
So
wait,
I
okay, so
think
let's go. Yeah, go back to water
I think that
or
so we live
caves.
on a water planet, and something that we just haven't wrapped our head around as a species is this idea of consciousness. And I think that if consciousness is anything more than what science can explain, that there has to be a connection to the water of the planet. And I really feel like we're being stripped from the planet because we don't ground, we don't get the water from the planet. I would say that if you were sitting in the ocean enough that they say that your feet has huge pores on it, and your skin is a membrane, and you can anything you put on your skin goes right into your body. And so being in the ocean water, I feel like we could be connecting to intelligent consciousnesses in the ocean, and that we're just so disconnected from the earth because of the water.
What about fresh water?
Well, freshwater, if you look at the ancient societies, all of their water were underground wells and
Aquifer.
Yeah.
aquifers,
The
and
Aztecs, especially known for that. The
so
Aztecs have
much
all these trippy.
gold in the water that wasn't just like gold, it was like monatomic gold in the water. And that helps your body work better because you're
Be careful, man. An influencer just died from injecting gold.
Oh, that is interesting though, because you think of all the rivers would have just had gold in them. Anytime you walk to a river, like there would just be gold in
Right,
that river.
right.
Before people were like, "Oh, that has value. I got to pluck every piece of gold out of here." But like every river you would have went to, say 5, 10,000 years ago, maybe you'd have to go back further. But yeah, there would just be gold sitting in these rivers.
I mean, maybe that's how we got like the Industrial Revolution and stuff. Like we were ingesting gold and harnessing all of the Earth's power, and then we created machines, and now we're fucked, right?
We gotta scatter everything back around again.
like water's supposed to be moving. And if you look at the Romans aqueducts, their water is from what I've heard, those running systems are still work better than our water treatment plants. And it's something about how it filters from different pools to different pools. And supposedly any of them that still work, the water is just cleaner, filled with minerals. But because it's moving, the water can't be stagnant. And if if you look at cats, cats don't like stagnant water. They need running water. But
Mm.
I think that there's something about the energy in the water from it running, but also filled with, I don't know, like picture the Nazca lines. One idea is that those are just aquifers underground.
Huh.
This groundwater that's moving is just like picking up all the things that we need to these trace minerals. I feel like a lot of people are deficient in a lot of trace minerals because we don't get it in our diet, we don't get it in our water. We're supposed to get it in our water.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something I see a lot in hiking Grand Canyon is the water from a lot of the springs is very healthy. It's soaking into these forests as snow. So it's soaking through the limestone, through the shale, through the sandstone. And along the way, limestone has a lot of calcium. Shale has a lot of iron. You're getting, like you said, all those trace minerals. When you drink from a spring, it's picking up little traces of all these healthy minerals. To bring it back around to this guy's videos and The idea is that Grand Canyon, all that water stuff is a huge topic at Grand Canyon right now. Like the fact that they have these dams that are holding back the water, the natural flow of it.
Yeah.
Like normally, all of those minerals, this is something a lot of people don't talk about with the dams, but all those minerals that are getting in the water, the calcium, the iron, all that should flow out to the ocean. And then boom, the ocean would get this burst of all these minerals. And that hasn't been happening.
Also, something that modernization has done, probably mostly on accident. I'm not going to attach evil minds to everything that was done wrong by humanity, but when they started adding gutters everywhere, they stopped the regions from refilling their own groundwater, and they just shipped the water everywhere out of the area. And so now the groundwater doesn't flow, it's disappearing. And I mean, ultimately, that we're transporting the energy out of areas.
I guess my question would be, if civilizations build on top of previous civilizations, what happened to these cave structures where we're now, because you said, Crocky, that they're like remote. Why are they remote now? Is it because the water moved somewhere else, and so did civilization, or what?
That actually would lead me into something else I wanted to bring into this is so you follow those rivers. The Colorado is basically made up of the Green River flowing out of the Snowy Mountains in Wyoming. And then you have the Grand River out of the Rockies. Those two rivers meet in Canyonlands National Park today, and that creates the Colorado. If you go back to old maps before this was America, so that I'm talking the old Spanish maps, there are translations that people have done on the Spanish maps that say Canyonlands was the ancestral home of the Aztecs. And that goes into that whole theory of like civilizations building on top of civilizations. Were the Aztecs first up there? Could the Aztec people or their predecessors have built these things that are now in what we consider Native American lands? But was it a more advanced civilization that was living there and then they migrated, as if we're using Aztecs, they migrated down to Yucatan Peninsula.
Right. So like in these videos with this guy, they are all deserts, right? I mean, is he ever near water? Doesn't it look like, I mean, that's how like he was in that crevice, right? That's how it was
Yeah.
formed. It was formed with water, and then, right? I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not.
you'll see. Well, you'll see a lot of stuff. I mean, even like picture the pyramids, right? There's all that evidence that it used to be more of a
Mhm.
rainforest before the Sahara became
You're
full
good.
desert. And so some of the other things I've
You're good.
noticed around Grand Canyon is like there's stories that pine forest went all the way down to the bottom of Grand Canyon, that it was all pine forest in the Grand Canyon. And this would have been during the Ice Age. So, 10, 20,000 years ago, when climate was cooler,
Is
there's
there
more
a bunch of
moisture.
like woolly mammoth bones down there because they're just like walking and they don't see that it's a Grand Canyon because of all the trees? So they just
There,
tumble down?
there's no, there's actually giant ground sloth bones in the caves in the Grand Canyon. So evidence that giant ground sloths went up and down the canyon when it was more forested in the Ice Age times, and that's like 100% like confirmed. Like
Mhm.
full skeletons found in the caves of Grand Canyon.
I wanted to bring up this thing. I want to go back to sharing. Where to go? Where to go? Um, a lot of these, wherever he is, a lot of these along the side of the wall, they like built in water collection. So they saved all the water. Sure, we know that there are civilizations that lived in caves and built stuff, but like carving into the bedrock is just something that we just haven't seen them doing, especially like good right angles with like good roof. I don't know. This is crazy, but I just wanted to show you this part right here where we're in a room and there's all these rectangular room sections cut out of the room. Like, what the heck is this? Maybe
Yeah,
this
it's
could
like
be storing some kind of grains, or I don't know.
it's like perfectly rectangular. Like
Feels like a functioning for some sort of uh, work to be done. I'm just saying, like, it's not like a living situation.
I mean, it's a bathroom, you guys. It's a bathroom.
they're perfectly rectangular, almost like a vertical sarcophagus or something. Like a
Yeah,
person
they
could
look
stand
like
in these
toilet
rectangles.
stalls. That's where they would shit. They wanted privacy.
But I'm like,
That's
I don't,
that's
I,
my hypothesis.
I haven't seen this knowledge of geometry in I don't know. I mean that's pretty easy stuff, but
Well,
like
but
there's
that
some
gets
good
over my
angles.
head. Yeah, I don't. All the technical aspects of it. I'm like, okay. I mean, you could tell me anything about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know when they discovered the right angle. It seems like a pretty easy thing to think about, right? Hey, here's a two lines that.
Yeah, no, I get that. This room in particular was just weird because there's just so many different
Well, yeah, that's a lot
nooks.
of work to carve into the existing stone, perfect rectangles
And they're
the
all the same
size of
height.
a human. Like, why would you go through all that work? Yeah, that's kind of bizarre.
And this is
So you
a
think it
big
was
room
a
here.
Willie? You think it was like a machine that did that?
No, no, not a machine, but that they had some sort of work that they were doing that on a larger scale than a small tribe hanging out with each other.
Maybe that was how they mined. What did they do with the rocks that they got out of there? You know?
Well,
Oh
that
yeah.
probably all the rock that came out of there was probably turned into their masonry stone for building walls.
It could be that they're just like, we don't want this to cave in, so leave like a foot and then get as far as you can, right?
Those ones though just felt like they had a purpose, that it wasn't
Yeah,
just
maybe.
structure. Let me see if I can get to some other cool things before we but so I don't know. My whole take on all of this is and now this one particularly might not be the Grand Canyon, but he definitely has gone into the Grand Canyon a couple times, not identifying it specifically, But he has a lot of videos, and they're all. I don't know how he has so many videos from all over the world of things that we haven't seen before. Um, but
But you
to
keep saying,
me,
but just the one thing I take umbrage with is that I feel like I've seen things like this. Maybe not those rectangles, but like I've definitely seen stuff like this, you know.
what? But
I'm
if
I'm I'm ignorant.
this is America, though, then we it's like picture the Anasazi or whatever. Like we haven't seen the civilizations that lived in these areas do these specific things, and so it's kind of like if this isn't a restricted area, then
Ooh,
why is it a
are we getting
restricted
into
area?
aliens? Could it have been aliens?
Hmm.
Well, you know, aliens is a weird thing because I don't like to write off humanity. That's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm going like, yeah, what if they were just doing their thing? You know, I think that aliens are here and they've been here a long time, and they're just
Here's a question.
like
Right.
there's an alien
Here's a
dwelling. Yeah.
question. Yeah. I get it. Let's say that we do one of these resets. I mean, it feels very much like we're headed that way, right? Like everything
Yeah.
sucks. I I don't even think it's political at this point to be like, yeah, this we're all dying. Um, when society comes back, like when the next round happens, how far do you think they'll get? Do you think they'll get as far as us, or do you think they'll find some of our shit and be like, "What the fuck?" and like have no clue how to recreate it?
Like picture, a good example is finding a tablet. The fuck is this thing? You open it up. If you can figure out to open it up, you find these little things in it.
But it
Very
would be
technologically advanced, but
right, but it would be so because it's going to take thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah. So most things
So
wouldn't survive being
I think it
together.
would
Yeah,
just have
metal,
like
metal, glass, and all that.
right. But do you think
Um,
they'll get better? I mean, or do you think they'll? I don't know. Crocky, any thoughts on this?
well, that's what's so interesting. We talked about that in that fossil and footprint episode I was on.
Fuck, we did.
Was
God damn
like,
it.
well, in the sense of like stone is like the thing that lasts, like metal and
Metal
whatever.
rusts,
Yeah,
yeah.
like stone is like the only thing that lasts, and that is what's fascinating about these ruins. They're all stone. The pyramids in Egypt is stone. So like, it does beg the question of like, how old really is this stuff?
I'm into the idea that if there was a giant meteor that hit in the ocean and just flooded everything, you get all the erosion that you see, like in Egypt, that people would say would take thousands of years. Well, you could get that real quick if you just threw the ocean at everything. The water damage, on the Sphinx. You look at the Great Pyramid, how the top part that still has the encasing stones on it. Well, all the corners are like up higher, and it's like, well, if water was there, it could have taken out that outer casing because the outer casing had a limestone that was more subjective to saltwater erosion. I don't know. I'm just going like when I look at the Grand Canyon, when I look at all these things, I'm like, if you just like splashed everything with the ocean, it gives you the reset. It gives you this. It can give you the canyons pretty quickly, like
Mm.
quicker than because they don't really know how the Grand Canyon was not built from the river carving it in. I don't think. I think that you take the ocean and you get that same carving in a really short period of time. I know that this is like
Yeah. No, there's a paper that came out this year about Lake Bittahoche. Lake Bittahoche would be near Cameron, Arizona today. And yeah, these geologists wrote a great paper about how it looks like an ancient lake used to sit there. So now imagine that ancient lake draining out and carving the canyon.
Oh, that's their theory that a lake did it.
That there was a massive, yeah, inland lake in the area. I mean,
yeah,
that would have
because
played a part.
for the river to start at the top and dig all the way down, I don't buy that story in the Grand Canyon. But let me just I know it's very specific, but
Well, and I don't know why. What's the point of believing it or not?
if there was some sort of reset that happened,
Like a
I
flood. This is the
like
part of the show. Willie always gets into his Christian views and starts pushing the flood every
no no
episode, dude.
Hmm.
I it's funny. I don't buy the Christian flood, but I do believe that the ocean maybe even if it was a
Uh,
polar shift,
polar
taking the
shift, yeah.
oceans and throwing it all over the world could give us a reset that could wash everything out, and then people would build on top of these old things, and you don't need to. Why would you investigate what this old civilization was when you're just trying to survive? And then
I guess it's
thousands of
just
years happen.
hubris, right? I mean, like we're basing history on the people writing it and going like, "Oh, we're the best. We've been to the moon or whatever." But like, I don't know why you would because like unless there's some like okay, so you went through the water thing, like yeah, maybe the water would be better for us. Are they? Is this just a mistake that we made by treating water, or do you think people are doing it on purpose?
I think it was kind of a mistake because like if here's a deal, we're trying to save water, so we put it in a lake over here. Well, you can't just have the water sitting there. You got to have animals in it to kill all the little things in it. You got to have an ecosystem, and running water works better than a stagnant water. But we have collected water and made it stagnant, and so it's like, oh, this water is dead. We need to things are growing in it that shouldn't be. So we got to kill these things. So instead of like running the water, we just are trying to kill the stuff that lives in it when it's stagnant, when it's dead. And so it was a big accident of modern society that we haven't figured out that running water actually
It's like
is a lot
important,
healthier.
like it
Yeah.
should be. But it's not like the Illuminati going like, "Oh, we'll save all the good water for us, and we'll give the others the bad
That's kind of what
water."
I think. So yeah, chlorine and
What? But
fluoride.
you
Yeah.
just said it was an accident, though. So which is it?
uh
Do you believe we've
No,
been?
no, no. I was like kind of like saying like, yeah, I don't agree with what you're saying that like the elite are doing this. So it's like, yeah, it was
Oh,
an
you don't
accident that
believe that?
happened, and we're learning about water still, but it's hard because we've got this science
We're
ingrained in us.
relearning. We're
Yeah,
relearning
yeah.
about water.
I got my own water recipe. I've been making my own water for 10 years.
What do
Does
you
it
do?
involve peeing into a water
No,
bottle?
no. Um,
It's my special blend.
I buy trace minerals like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I do
There's
too.
I read this book called Death by Diet, and it was all about how we don't get trace minerals in our water. But no, I agree with you about that concept. Like, think of, yeah, we hoard the water, right? We put it in tanks. We hoard the water, but then crap will grow in it, so you got to put chlorine. Well, now you're drinking water that has a chlorine. That chlorine's also going to kill the good stuff that's in your body, like the good bacteria that you do want in your stomach. It's going to kill that, throw your body off. And nature had it all figured out, right? Nature
Yeah,
has it figured out.
we also that we think we need more calcium, but we don't get enough magnesium. So our you got to have a good magnesium balance to get calcium. So I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't trust people not to shit in the water, you know?
yeah, for sure.
And then you get this lettuce that's
E.
giving everyone
coli.
diarrhea and stuff.
That's happening in Sedona right now.
Is it? It's kind of everywhere.
Sedona is known as this like healing place and all this stuff, and there's all these reports coming out about E. coli in the river there because people are shit. Kids are going there to play and just shitting in the river.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Well, you get too granola, you get kids shitting in your water, you know? There's
um,
gotta be a fine line between let's drink water and let's not shit in water.
but yeah,
I don't trust us.
I think that would be a great experiment to see. Like, what if you took a human being and you had them only drink? I mean, somebody's got to be doing it, but they only drink creek water.
I mean, this is probably why like the Appalachians lived for so long or whatever. All those like weird hillbillies who like don't participate in society up in the forest and stuff. Don't those guys live to be like 100 years old and they have like family feuds and stuff? I'm making all this
Yeah,
up. I don't know if
Yeah,
any of
yeah,
that's
but
true.
yeah,
yeah. Family Feud. Yeah, Steve Harvey. I mean, how old is Steve Harvey?
Yeah. Has anyone checked? I mean, he's looked the same age as long as I've seen him. Well, what should we? Is it's about wrap up time? And man,
yeah.
I'm scared for you. It's getting dark in the
I
desert
know.
You
there.
can't even see me.
Yeah. Are you gonna do the bonus episode, or do you got to go into the weird rave thing?
I think I'm kind of hanging on by a thread here. I've been running the AC. Here you can see a little silhouette of that saguaro
Yeah, that's a
cactus
good
on my
shot. There you
screen.
go.
Um, but yeah, I'm kind of hanging in by a thread.
Okay, well
Yeah,
let's end
I
this one, and then let's talk for as long as you can before you can bail at any time. But we should end this right, and then
Okay.
just get moving.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just close it by saying that I don't think that of the videos I've seen of Mr. Mountainbeast that were probably in the Grand Canyon, these don't fit being made by the indigenous American cultures that were there. So were they there before? If they were, that's just something that we need to like look into. And I do buy that. I mean, they are finding evidence now that humans have been here long before the land bridge, which is crazy. And you know, so I'm into the idea that yeah, of different resets. There were different previous. Was that here in America too? Maybe we have ancient structures that fit this weird global model of weird structure building that we can't do. Picture Machu Picchu building, throwing up 1,000-pound stones up a mountain. But I like this dude. Go check out his stuff. I don't mean to plug him, but it's pretty cool to see somebody like exploring shit and documenting it. And I love I love the Grand Canyon. If you can get out there, get in contact with Krocky because you're going to have a good time. I
Crocky,
want to go.
what's
I want to
your
go have a time
website
with you.
again?
It's clothingofthegods.com. Easy enough for people to just call. I prefer if people just call or text me at 928-707-3375.
Wait. 928-707.
3375. But yeah, that's the easiest for me because sometimes I get people that are messaging me on Facebook, they're messaging me on Instagram,
It's
they're
rough.
emailing me, and if I can just keep everything centralized, there's a better chance that I'll get back to you. But yeah, people can totally just text and be like, hey, I'm looking to explore something off the beaten track, and I will at least help somebody plan that, point them in the right direction, if not
For a price.
lead them. I
For
will
a
always
little
give,
moolah.
I'll give a little consulting for free.
You'll do like, these are the restaurants to hit up.
Have you heard of this place? It's called Chipotle.
You can get it all natural there. You can say, I want the desert version, which means no cheese.
All right. Well, Krocky, thank you so much for
No
being
cheese.
here.
No cheese.
And well, you got to have cheese with Chipotle. I know.
Me too.
So head to
Queso.
clothing of the gods, right?
Clothingofthegods.com. Yeah, it's just like Valley of the Gods is a park out here. You got Garden of the Gods. You've got all those things. And then all this stuff in Grand Canyon, all the summits are named after gods in the Grand Canyon. So
how's the book? How many copies of the book you sell?
Oh man, just
the dirt that feeds
the
you.
dirt that feeds you. Yeah.
The dirt that feeds you. You guys can find that online. I gotta market that thing. That thing's just kind of sitting there as a side project.
Yeah, I was wondering if
I actually spent I probably spent at least 4 hours. I'm working on novel number 2. And I think that's what I want to do as a writer is I want a few things under my belt and then I'll really market them all.
All right. Well, check all that shit out. Get the phone number, call up Krocky. He'll take you around. It'll be a blast. Thanks again for being here.
Yes, we see secret places. not found on the internet.
You do Russian when it's secret?
Blood clot. Russian blood clot.
Now it's getting
This is that's my Lithuanian side coming out. Come to Grand Canyon.
Thanks everyone for listening, and go to patreon.com/real-life-sci-fi. We're going to continue this conversation for as long as Krocky can hang out in his 97 Toyota Corolla in the middle of the desert.
You got to work tomorrow morning.
And remember, just because you're paranoid don't mean they're not after you. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Sci-Fi.
All my friends in the Grand Canyon